The Antilia bomb scare has raised questions in everyone's mind. Was India's richest man at risk? Now, investigations have shown that an encounter cop, Sachin Waze, could be behind the conspiracy. Over the next half hour, we'll show you how investigations have linked Sachin Waze to the case, to a fleet of luxury cars, and to the conspiracy behind planting explosives a little distance away from the residence of Mukesh Ambani. In the 1980s, Mumbai was facing a huge challenge from the underworld. Shootings and extortions were rampant and the city's police force was struggling. It was then that Mumbai's famous encounter specialists emerged. Daredevil officers who were trigger happy when it came to dealing with gangsters, often keeping count of their kill. Issues of legality and human rights were brushed aside. One of them was a young Sachin Waze from Kolhapur, who gained prominence during his posting in Thane as a member of the special squad, where he gained fame carrying out encounters. Known for his encounters which totaled over 60 and his ability to handle tough postings like the Mumbai police station and his penchant for cases involving technology, it all came crashing down when he was suspended for 16 years in 2004 for his alleged role in the custodial death of Khwaja Yunus, who had been arrested on terror charges in the 2002 Ghatkopar bombing case. Sachin Waze later joined the Shiv Sena. Suddenly last year during the COVID pandemic, not only was he reinstated in the force by a committee of the police, but also made the head of the Crime Intelligence Unit of the Mumbai Police Crime Branch, a key unit that is instrumental in tackling organized crime, all this for an assistant police inspector. A time when he also arrested controversial TV anchor Arnab Goswami, dragging him out of his house when he resisted. However, the most sensational chapter of his life was still to come. On the afternoon of February 25th, a little away from India's richest man Mukesh Ambani's home, Antilia, this Scorpio car was found parked, sparking suspicion. A bomb squad soon arrived, and gelatin sticks and a threatening letter was found. With the discovery of gelatin sticks and a threat letter in this Scorpio car, everyone suspected a terror conspiracy and believed that the case should have straight away been handed over to the anti-terror squad. What many are now questioning is how did Sachin Waze and his criminal intelligence unit get this case when it ideally should have gone to the ATS. Initially, Sachin Waze refused to give the ATS access to the suspect car, and the matter reached the Additional Director General of Police, who was in charge of the ATS. Finally, Waze had to relent, but the ATS discovered that the engine and the chassis number of the car had been erased. Investigators say no matter how smart the criminal is, they always leave behind clues. The Maharashtra ATS finally got their hands on this suspect car, the Scorpio car in which the explosives were planted. But they realized that the engine and the chassis number had been scratched out. But as luck would have it, they found the number of a car financier behind the car. And with the help of that landline number, they've traced the first owner, the second owner, and the third and final owner, Mansukh Hiren, who we now know was close to Sachin Waze. The ATS reached Mansukh Hiren that very night. They examined the car used to plant the gelatin sticks, and at this point, sources say Sachin Waze allegedly objected to this. Sources revealed that he called the ATS office in Thane and asked that when the investigation is being done by the Criminal Intelligence Unit, which was headed? Why is the ATS interfering? Sachin Waze, sources say, had instructed Mansukh Hiren to file a complaint about his stolen Scorpio car, but his call records were found on Mansukh Hiren's phone. Crucial information that led to the unravelling of the plot. On 5th March, Maharashtra's leader of opposition, Devendra Fadnavis, brought up Mansukh Hiren in the assembly. Referring to the call data records or CDR, Fadnavis revealed that Sachin Waze and Mansukh Hiren knew each other. While Devendra Fadnavis was making these disclosures inside the assembly, the news of Mansukh Hiren's dead body being found in Reti Bandar in Mumbai broke.
उस समय मैंने ये आशंका जाहिर की कि ये जो मनसुख हिरेन है, ये मनसुख हिरेन को तुरंत सुरक्षा प्रदान की जानी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये इसमें की सबसे बड़ी कड़ी है और इनकी जान को खतरा हो सकता है। और अभी पता चला है कि आज अभी कुछ समय पहले उनकी डेड बॉडी मिली है, मुंब्रा के एरिया में ये डेड बॉडी मिली है। इससे ये पूरा प्रकरण बहुत ज्यादा फिशी हो रहा है।
What has emerged since then is that Mansukh Hiren could have become the most important witness in the case, and hence the allegation is that he was bumped off. The suspicion now veered towards Sachin Waze and demands for his arrest grew. But Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray defended him. That was the last time, however, that the Chief Minister spoke on the issue.
परंतु जे एक चित्र निर्माण केले जाते की जणू काही सचिन वाजे म्हणजे ओसामा बिन लादेनच आहे, अशा पद्धतीने त्याने जे काही वाटतंय ते कशासाठी आम्ही तपास तर सुरू केलाय, त्याच्यात जो कोणी सापडेल हे पुन्हा पुन्हा मी सांगतोय.
On March 8th, the NIA took over the probe and details emerged that far exceeded the plot of any crime thriller. As the NIA probe progressed, the NIA went on taking cars into custody which they believed were part of the plot. A total of 8 cars are under investigation in the case so far, along with the initial Scorpio and the official Innova used by Sachin Waze. 2 Mercedes cars, a Toyota Land Cruiser, a Volvo SUV, a Mitsubishi Outlander and an Audi have been seized. While not all of these are owned by him, an API rank officer had access to all these high-end luxury cars, leading many to question the reach and access that Sachin Waze enjoyed. The NIA probe has further revealed that CCTV footage proves Waze stayed at 5-star hotels in the city.
Role-ranking officer can have access because the corruption at the higher level in police has increased many folds. Earlier it was an exception. Corruption was always there. But as far as the senior officers are concerned, you could point out a corrupt senior officer, but it was very easy. And the number has become quite a few. From a few, quite a few. So that's the reason why junior officers get protected.
The role of the Maharashtra ATS has also been significant in this entire investigation. The ATS first identified Mansukh Hiren and directed the probe towards the alleged conspiracy hatched by Sachin Waze. The ATS also arrested former policeman Vinayak Shinde and a bookie Naresh Kaur on charges of killing Mansukh Hiren. Vinayak Shinde had been in jail in connection with the Lakhan Bhaiya fake encounter case in 2006 and was currently on parole due to COVID. The NIA, which is investigating the terror plot and the murder of Mansukh Hiren case, has told the court that both Vinayak Shinde and Sachin Waze were involved in the conspiracy to kill Mansukh. They told the court a note was recovered from the suspect Naresh Kaur in which 14 mobile numbers were written. The name of Sachin Waze was written next to 5 phone numbers, and they suspect that the same numbers have been used to carry out the terrorist conspiracy and the murder. NIA suspects that some more people may be involved in the killing of Mansukh Hiren and say they are inching closer towards unearthing the conspiracy. The NIA has also found crucial CCTV footage recorded on February 17th in which Mansukh Hiren is seen sitting in a car that stopped at a signal at around 8:30 p.m. in the Fort area of Mumbai. The agency suspects Sachin Waze was driving the luxury car himself and Mansukh sat in the car and handed over the keys of the Scorpio to Sachin Waze. The next day, Mansukh Hiren went to the Vikhroli police station and allegedly lodged a false complaint about the theft of the car. The agency claims to have more incriminating CCTV footage linking Waze to the crime. The NIA has also recovered a laptop computer and printer, which was dumped into the Mithi River. NIA sources say the printed threat letter to Mukesh Ambani was printed using the printer that was dumped into the river. The NIA has also identified the PPE-clad person who was seen near the Scorpio car on the night of February 24. They believe it is Sachin Waze. According to information and evidence revealed so far by investigative authorities, Assistant Police Inspector Sachin Waze cooked up this false story of a terror plot at Antilia, the residence of Mukesh Ambani. He also included his friend Mansukh Hiren in the conspiracy by using his car to plant gelatin sticks near Ambani's residence. And then, when the plot unraveled, he got Mansukh Hiren killed through Vinayak Shinde and tried to pass it off as a death by suicide, according to NIA investigators. But the big question is, why would Sachin Waze do such a thing? One of the theories doing the rounds is that this could be an attempt by Sachin Waze to project himself as a super cop. But Waze had already gained prominence by investigating the fake TRP scam and the dramatic arrest of television anchor Arnab Goswami on charges of abetting the suicide of interior designer Anvay Naik. At the Mumbai police headquarters, everyone knew that in spite of being an API, Sachin Waze had direct access to the then Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh. Former police officers say that the story that Waze wanted to be a super cop is just a plausible explanation to avoid any responsibility being transferred to his superiors.
मेरा 33-34 साल का पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट का अनुभव ये कहता है कि सचिन वजे ने जो इस केस में गलतियां की, वो गलतियां इसी ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस से जन्मी कि उसका कोई कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता। वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन को चाहे जिस तरह से घुमा सकता है, मोड़ सकता है और जो रुख देना चाहे दे सकता है।
Sachin Waze himself is no stranger to the conspiracy. In 2002, a bomb blast had taken place in Ghatkopar in Mumbai. Among the 4 men arrested in that case was Khwaja Yunus, a software engineer who worked in Dubai and had come home on a holiday to meet his family. The allegation is that Yunus died in custody due to torture.
कुछ नहीं था, इंजीनियर था बच्चा, तालीम याफ्ता बच्चा था, उसको कस्टडी में इतना मार दिया, कस्टडी में उसकी मौत हो गई और डिक्लेयर करा दिया कि ख्वाजा यूनुस फरार हो गया। तो मैं ये सचिन वाजे, फिर उसकी लाश को क्या करे वो लोगों ने, सचिन वाजे जितने पुलिस वाले थे या फिर सारा जितने भी लोगों ने साथ दिए उसको, लाश को उसके जला दिए और जला के हमारे को उसकी लाश नहीं दी। तो ये कौन सा इंसाफ है?
The police claimed that Yunus had fled from their custody while he was being taken to Aurangabad as part of the investigation. The Criminal Investigation Department arrested Waze and 3 constables on charges including murder and destruction of evidence. While Sachin Waze remained suspended, he joined the Shiv Sena in 2008. The opposition alleges that it was the Sena that facilitated his return to the force, a charge that was denied by the Sena.
जिस समय मैं मुख्यमंत्री था, उस समय शिवसेना की ओर से दबाव था कि एपीआई वाजे को फिर एक बार सरकार की सेवा में लिया जाए, पुलिस महकमे में लिया जाए। और उस समय मैंने उनका पास्ट रिकॉर्ड देखने के बाद यह तय किया कि एडवोकेट जनरल की सलाह मैं इसमें लूंगा। और मैंने एडवोकेट जनरल जी की सलाह ली, हालांकि वो कोई रिटर्न सलाह नहीं थी, लेकिन मैंने उनको फाइल दिखाई और उन्होंने मुझे साफ ये कहा कि इस मामले में हाई कोर्ट ने उनको सस्पेंड किया है, बहुत गहरी इंक्वायरी चल रही है, ऐसे समय उनको लेना ठीक नहीं होगा। और 2020 में 19 के अंत में जब शिवसेना की सरकार, उद्धव ठाकरे जी की सरकार आई, तो फिर एक बार सचिन वाजे को वापस लाने का प्रयास शुरू हुआ।
मंत्रालय में कोई भी ऐसे रिकॉर्ड नहीं कि जब सचिन वजे को एडवोकेट जनरल से ओपिनियन मांगा गया हो, या आज तक कोई भी रिकॉर्ड हमारे सामने इस तरह का नहीं है। वो झूठ बोल रहे थे।
In his second stint in the Mumbai police after he was reinstated during the COVID-19 pandemic, Sachin Waze presented himself as a man with technical expertise who could probe cases like the TRP scam or allegations of celebrities buying fake followers on social media, cases that required technical knowledge. But after this conspiracy has unraveled itself, and the amount of technical evidence that Sachin Waze himself has left behind, NIA investigators are questioning his claims of having technical expertise, because they say no expert would leave behind so much technical evidence. The only explanation, though, they add, is that Sachin Waze perhaps knew that he himself would be handling the investigation and could cover his tracks if the need arose. While Sachin Waze's game is up, according to investigators, the audacity of the conspiracy has sent shockwaves across the country. A major political battle has also broken out in the backdrop of what has happened with former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh making allegations against Maharashtra's Home Minister Anil Deshmukh. As the probe progresses, more shocking revelations come to light, and the list of luxury cars involved in this probe also keep growing. But in all of this, the key questions still remain unanswered. Why would Sachin Waze plant explosives or gelatin sticks in a car and park it outside the residence of India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani? Was he a pawn, or did he think he was really a super cop who could actually get away with this? And what really was the motive of doing something like these? This is still unanswered. In Mumbai, with Sunil Singh and camera person Sanjay Mandal, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.